What happened when your sister made you ask out her best friend to prom? My sister burst into my room and blocked the door screaming, please, just take Angie to prom. She's been crying about going alone. I stared at her from my desk chair and said, this has disaster written all over it. 3 weeks before prom, my sister sat on my bed and launched into her pitch. Angie's been rejected by 4 different guys. She won't eat lunch anymore, just hides in the library. She pulled up Angie's Instagram showing months of deleted photos. She's been my best friend since 5th grade, and now she's talking about not even going to prom. Would it kill you to ask her? The guilt was working. Angie had practically lived at our house growing up, always laughing at my dumb jokes, always bringing homemade cookies. She needs one good night before graduation. I felt my stomach knot up, but agreed to try. Finding her alone in the library was easy. I walked over nervously and cleared my throat. Hey Angie, would you maybe want to go to prom with me? She looked up shocked, her book dropping. Are you serious? When I nodded, she whispered yes, eyes bright with disbelief. The week before prom, we went corsage shopping together at the local florist. Angie kept touching every flower nervously. I don't know anything about corsages. Is white too boring? I picked up a bright orange one and held it against her wrist. How about traffic cone orange? She laughed and pushed my hand away. That's hideous. We spent 20 minutes making increasingly ridiculous suggestions until the florist looked ready to kick us out. Angie finally chose a simple white rose with baby's breath. So pretty, I said, looking at her. Prom night came too fast. At her house, her mom positioned us for photos by the staircase. Her dad joined her mom with his professional camera. Turn your head slightly left. No, your other left, Angie muttered. There's only one left, Dad. I tried not to laugh, but failed. Start over. You're both laughing, her mom scolded. We took approximately 700 photos. Angie's face hurt from fake smiling. I looked arranged in all of these, she said, scrolling through them. Her little brother photobombed the last few, making bunny ears behind us. At least those are honest, Angie said. In the car, she kept checking her makeup in the mirror. Do I look okay? Tell me honestly. I glanced over. You look perfect. Stop worrying. At dinner before prom, we sat with 3 other couples at a fancy restaurant my sister had booked. Angie talked confidently with everyone at our table about her summer plans, her volunteer work at the animal shelter, things I never knew. I'm fostering 3 kittens right now, she told another couple. Want to see pictures? She pulled up approximately 1,000 cat photos. Everyone loved her. When someone asked how long we'd been dating, we both froze. First date, I admitted. But we've known each other forever, Angie added quickly. The waiter brought dessert, and Angie stole half of mine. Yours looks better, she explained with her mouth full. At the venue, we attempted dancing to the fast songs. Angie counted out loud, 1, 2, 3, ow. She stepped on my foot again. I warned you I was terrible. We gave up on actual moves and just jumped around like middle schoolers. Then the DJ switched to a slow song. Angie tensed. I don't know how to do this either. I pulled her close. Just follow me. We swayed together, her head against my chest. Your heart's beating really fast, she said. It does that. I gulped nervously. She looked up at me, and for a second, everything else disappeared. Let's get some air, she suggested. Angie sat on the fountain edge, moonlight catching her face. Can I be honest? I've felt invisible my whole life, she said. Like I'm everyone's backup plan. The words hit differently knowing what I knew. That's not true, I said firmly. She laughed sadly. You're sweet for lying. I moved closer. Angie, listen. She looked up at me with those eyes. Yeah? My heart pounded. Our faces were inches apart, her lips slightly parted. You've never been invisible to Angie, they're playing your song. Her friends crashed through the doors. We jumped apart, both breathing hard. Back inside, we slow danced to the last 5 songs straight. I don't want tonight to end, she whispered against my shoulder. What if everything's different tomorrow? I held her tighter, guilt and want mixing dangerously. Maybe different is good. Driving her home, the silence felt heavy until Angie shakily said, I've liked you for 3 years, but I was just your sister's weird friend who hung around too much. She stared at her hands. Tonight felt like pretending you could actually want me. I pulled over suddenly, making her gasp. What are you doing? I reached into my jacket pocket and pulled out a crumpled envelope. I wrote this 5 weeks ago, the day after Brody rejected you. She unfolded it with trembling fingers, reading my terrible handwriting, asking her to prom, explaining how I'd noticed her for months, but never had the courage. You wanted to ask me? Her eyes filled with tears. But then why did you wait so long? I looked away. Because I'm an idiot who needed 3 weeks to work up the nerve. Angie started laugh crying. We're both idiots. I almost didn't say yes when you asked because I thought it was too good to be true. At her doorstep, she turned to me. This whole time we both wanted this? Instead of answering, I finally kissed her properly. No interruptions, no pretending, just us. Took you long enough, she whispered against my lips.